Is this facing the right way this fucking time? Okay, guys, I did this just a minute ago, and I realized my camera wasn't facing the right way, so I'm going to redo it. Hopefully it'll be relatively the same as it was done. Anyway, so we're going to start off with Snipers of Babel, is what we're talking about today. We're going to be talking about their EP, Redemption, and the album, Gabriel. So first up, Redemption. I hate doing comparative reviews with other bands with certain things because I just don't like it, but being that there's no really other good way to be able to say this is who this is going to appeal to. Hypocrisy comes to mind a lot, but also a lot of black metal and some cool orchestral stuff, almost cathedral-esque choir, especially when it comes to the clean vocals that are done by the guys and I think her name is Layla, the female singer. And they do things differently. I know I said that in one of my posts, but with this band, the first thing that caught my attention, and it was actually on Gabriel, because I got Gabriel first, is the fact that they incorporate clean female vocals. And I've never heard of something like that in metal, especially death metal before. Black metal, yes, and then like the more like folk-oriented metal bands is yes, but death metal, definitely never heard of clean female vocals, so that was a huge crazy thing for me, and I really liked what they add to the music because they add like a haunting feel, a beautiful haunting somberness to it, and it really works very well with the music and the keyboard and the synth stuff. The EP Redemption itself is 6 tracks. One of those is a cover of Another Body Murdered from Faith No More. And about that track, I don't usually do the rap metal thing. It's just not my thing. But recently I found myself appreciating those guys more and more because of how they incorporate it in, MXT American is a band that does this that I know of and I like. And Snipers of Babel does this too, at least on a cover. And Another Body Murdered is a very nice cover. It's a very cool song. I never really got into Faith No More, but Another Body Murdered, at least this cover, is really awesome. Another thing that I've been asked by a few people is this band a Christian death metal band or Christian metal band? And my answer is I don't really give a shit. And the reason I don't give a shit is because I'm not here to care about what people's religion are. And for those of you think that sounds kind of brutal, it may be kind of brutal, but I don't do the religion thing. I don't have faith in any religion. So I don't do it, and I don't really care if your music is about that or not. I listen to tons of bands that are satanic to an extreme, and it's not about the satanic lyrics. For me, that stuff is about the darker tones, and these guys bring a dark tone in a light way. You know what I mean? So as for what these guys' faith are, what they're representing in their music and stuff, I don't care. This EP actually is a very, very, it's not super varied as much as Gabriel is, but it still has a lot of differences in the songs where you can actually tell them apart. A favorite for me is the actual song Redemption. It is probably the most melodic and slowest on this EP, and it is very, very heavily atmospheric. It is very kind of like epic feeling. It is very somber feeling because throughout most of the song it's slow, and the clean female vocals are more relevant, as well as clean male like choir vocals, just maybe not choir vocals, but whatever. So this one is actually a little bit more melodic than Gabriel, which I appreciate because most of you guys know I love things that have a certain melody or a certain atmosphere, and they bring that stuff to me in exactly the way I want it, and I fucking love it. And I don't have anything bad to say about Redemption at all. You guys should get it. Horror, Pain, Death, Gore Records or Productions is where you can get it from, or contact Mike. They have a few different things out there for merch. They have albums, obviously, t-shirts, long sleeves. They have stickers, little rubber wristbands. the hell else? Winter hats and some other stuff. They don't have patches right now. I actually talked to Mike today about it and asked him if he would mind if I made myself one. It's just going to be a logo thing, or maybe like the logo and they have that little moon on their pin. And I think it's on Gabriel too, isn't it? No. Is it on this one? No. So, maybe I can pull them in as an account and get some patches made for them so they have those available for people like me who like their vests covered in awesome band patches. And it would be nice to have a patch from these guys because in the case that they are, Christian death metal or whatever the hell it is, my back is full of satanic death metal and black metal bands. So it would be a welcome thing because I support, the evil guys, the holy guys, the people that don't really give a shit. And it'd be nice to put their name out there and be able to kind of advertise for them. So that's Redemption. Now we're going to move into Gabriel. So like I said, Gabriel is the first one I got from Snipers of Babel. I had been listening to some of the songs on YouTube, and I don't like to base my reviews on things on YouTube because I listen to it with my phone, and I don't get a good sense of the music because phone speakers are shit. So that's why I usually really only do physical copies because it gives me the best example and the best sound for the bands. Now going into Gabriel, this album is much more heavy than Redemption is. There's 14 tracks and they vary from heavy to a little bit slower, but still heavy. They keep the atmosphere and they keep that feel they had from Redemption and kind of build on it and perfect their particular method of making death metal. This also has the clean female vocals on it, which, again, as soon as I heard that, it was a huge thing. I paused the thing because I was like, wait, this has never been done in death metal before, as far as I know, and especially incorporated as much as it is. And it's a very nice thing because I love female fronted metal, female membered metal, because the girls have a lot to offer. The album is a little bit more varied, like I said, than Redemption is. There's a lot more heavy stuff on this. Not as much of the super atmospheric and melodic stuff like the song Redemption on Redemption. So this one is a lot harder hitting. It's got a lot of awesome style, awesome riffs, awesome sections where you can just headbang and groove to, and like I said, hypocrisy comes into my mind a lot with these guys because of the fact that Peter often incorporates things that aren't really normal in death metal and has over the course of Hypocrisy's existence, but they don't sound the same. Okay, it's just the incorporation of unusual things into it. So that's why I say that. Who are they closest to? I don't know. I can't really give an example of that because they incorporate so many things from death metal, but also black metal and some of the more like dark ambient stuff out there. And for me, I've never heard of a band talking and presenting an angel, right? So brutally, you'd think a song called Gabriel and you hear it and it's just, the two don't fit normally because, most, for me, I've only heard really the satanic death metal or the blasphemous music, I don't really, Christian or white metal or whatever the hell they want to call it is not something I've really delved into for whatever reason or another. It's just whatever, but these guys have really opened my eyes to it. And the way they present the holy stuff is very awesome. And I can't say enough good things about this one either. I mean, it's oh God, man, you guys just need to get it, okay? Gabriel or Redemption, Horror, Pain, Death, Gore Productions. You can contact Mike to figure out how to get yourself some stuff too. This is a band that you need to get because of how special they are. And again, back to my every band special, but in a certain way, these guys have their own individuality. And it's refreshing to hear a band that can incorporate so much, mix it together so well, and come out with such an outstanding end result. Find it, get it, jam it. You're going to love it. And if you don't, I think something's wrong with you.